One of the most important things, more troubling things that I find when I'm painting, when somebody's painting, is how to do the final touches, so actually cutting around the moldings and the trim. I find that a lot of the people may have the skill to spread the paint, but to paint with a brush, it requires some techniques. I guess you develop the techniques as you go, but I will be selfish if I don't teach the techniques that I have. And in this video, I want to explain a little bit of what happens. When you're painting, what you want to do is to maintain a nice surface or wet surface while you're painting. That means that you don't want to constantly dip your brush and your pot or your lid to get some paint and continue doing the trim. What you want to do is maintain the surface wet and play with the stuff and maintain a nice straight line. So in this case, I want to show you this molding hasn't been painted yet. This paint comes with primer, and it helps to minimize the time, saves money for my customers, time, and it helps to avoid blemishes. The body is a little more heavy than normal paints, and when I say the body, is that the density of the paint is thicker, so it's a little better to work with. So I'm going to start by explaining this very simple. I want to paint this molding, right? So this is my technique, and I want to share with you. What I do is that I put paint about ½ inch before you touch the trim. Notice that I'm putting a nice rich amount of paint close by, not too close, but just close enough to dry it. Okay. So just like back in the days when people used to write with feathers and stuff like that, what I want to maintain the tip wet, and I want to paint with an angle. So that's why these little brushes are painted with an angle. So let me show you how it is. If you have paint on your brush and on the surface, you can come and do a straight, nice line and maintain a beautiful finish. And you can concentrate more in how much paint that you're putting in the wall instead of just going back and forth and taking your eyes away from the surface. So this is how I do the trim. So okay, this is easy because let's say you are painting vertically. Well, we have a horizontal section over here, and I want to show you that section as well. So what I do is I do the same thing. I put the paint a little bit above, make sure that the drips are falling down. You know, I'm saying that you want to put a nice rich amount of paint, but not too much. Don't exaggerate. All right. And I'll show you in a moment how to finish these corners. But here's how I go again. I go really close. The wall is wet right now with paint. And you just kind of spreading it even on the surface, right? You can actually cover it. You do that since these are small sections. I'm doing it, that way. But again, put a little bit of paint on the wall, turn the brush with a small angle so you can see the paint actually dragging down. And here's the key part. When you're painting this section, you make sure you have some paint on your brush. You always want to make sure so you don't press your brush too much and make mistakes. This is how it is. Finish it up, make sure that you don't have no drips. And that's how you maintain it nice and even. So that's how you do the trimming around the house before you put paint. In another video, I will show you how to paint the full sections, okay? Thank you very much for watching.